In this room are people living with different disabilities ranging from persons with visual and hearing impairment and other multiple disabilities. They are undergoing trainings on using modern technologies to aid them in their education, organized by Cyber School and MasterCard Foundation. A section of people NTV spoke to during the training say that teaching modules in schools and higher institutions of learning do not favor people with disabilities, which tend to leave them lagging behind.
We don't have expert skills to handle, for example, the legally blind and the lame and the deaf and very different disabilities.
As a science student, of course, we have many books to read, notes. So basically, personally, I am challenged.
Also, they have taught us many assistive technologies, for example, Kirya Reader, those technologies help us to format the text, written work, all into soft copy. I'd say they can read them for us.
Such changes have left them struggling to cope up with the demands of employment and employers denying them opportunities.
I've had many cases of persons with disabilities who have been denied employment, not because they lack the skills, but because they are just impaired. So, more
the lecturer will be dictating, and that dragon will help me to write those notes on my app, and then after I can print them out, and it will make my studies easy.
The advocates say with the coming of modern technologies that come with assistive devices, then it will lead to enhancing their skills to meet the demands of the job market.
We are learning how to manipulate and run these assistive devices and also make connections with colleagues, and also we're planning to put up a learning management system where we can access any other short courses that are not really the ones at the university online.
Over the last few years, several people have identified that there is a gap between what the market requires and what the educational institutions are providing. So what we're doing, we're taking advantage of technology to address that gap.
We have also been sensitizing them on the different technologies available, because that was one gap. We realized that even the simplest technologies, people at the community level don't know that they exist. Then we have also been looking at enabling them get the basics of how to use, for instance, a computer, a laptop, a phone. Those are really the basics.
Government officials say a lot is being done to ensure that people living with disabilities can thrive in their education.
But of course, persons with disabilities have a challenge, because not only do they have disabilities, but they are also facing challenges of access to finances. So, as a ministry, we have put up affirmative action where we are now taking internet to schools.
With all these put in place, the assistive technologies are still expensive and highly taxed. These people say government should intervene.
taxes, they could be reduced for such employers, or reducing on the maybe prices of those accommodative devices.
The National Policy of the Equal Opportunity Act 2006 and the Employment Act are both against discrimination of persons in employment based on disability. JUMA KIRYA, NTV.